track and field championships this weekend. How do you feel your teams are doing heading into this weekend?
I think we've got a solid chance to be competitive, especially on the men's side. The women's championship is spread out a little more, but both teams have a chance. But I really think the men, if we can get in and compete well, we've got an opportunity to win a championship.
We'll start talking on the men's side. Really well-rounded team from distance to sprints, to jumps to throws. Is there really one area that stands out further than another?
Not really. I think we've got very good athletes in every event group. If you look at the men's side, we've got Travis Girding and Houston Croney in the throws. And in the sprints, we've got a pretty good selection of young talent with Marcus Winstead, who's a returning top 3 finisher at 400 meters. Elvion Bailey right now, who is one of the top 3 guys at 400 meters. Bring in Chris Shamness, and then also Ja'Karius Redwine. So we've got some talent there. And in the hurdles, Carlos Darby. So it spreads out pretty well. And then obviously in the distance, we got Joseph Trebet and David McConey.
Yeah, Houston, David, and Joseph, they all won their respective events at last year's indoor championships. But like you just said, a lot of youth coming in, or newcomers, in Elvion Bailey, Chris Shamness, Ja'Karius, and Mango Jane. They've been great for you guys too. Those new guys in this type of meet, how do you calm their nerves and get them to perform how they're capable of performing?
Well, I think the big thing, we've competed in some pretty big meets up to this point. They've seen some of the conference members compete, and so I don't think that'll be anything that'll bother them. It's just being able to go in and navigate the 200-meter flat track that we'll be utilizing in Arkansas State. That's more of where we've got to be able to execute a race plan and be able to stay focused on what we're doing.
Is there one particular event that you feel you'll need to do particularly well in to get your guys win?
No, we've got to do well in all of them. There's about, in my opinion, 4 teams that legitimately have a chance to win the men's title, and it will be close. And every one of those teams covers the event groups very well.
On the women's side, not a whole lot of returners from last year. You lose Montika, but you return Carly Parker, Jalila Cooley. Sharika Smith is back for you guys where she wasn't last year. How do you think that'll influence this year's outcome?
Well, bringing Sharika back, obviously you bring back an All-American. And, you know, we also pick up Jessica Ramsey. Even though we lost Montika Flowers, we pick up Jessica Ramsey, who's now the leader in the shot put. And so we bring in good people. It's just, will we have enough to cover the board? But we've got very good athletes. We've just got to make sure we get in and we capitalize on the things we're supposed to do well at and have some people help us, and we'll hopefully have a good outcome. 2
transfer throwers come in, and Jessica and Satrina, and they've been great for you guys all season. What are your expectations for them at conference this weekend?
Well, to be solid, flat out. I think both of the young ladies have the ability to go in and score well for us in conference. Obviously, like I said, Jessica is leading the conference in the shot put, and she's making, you know, very good headway in the weight throw. And then Satrina is doing well in the weight throw. So we just need both of those young ladies to come in and perform at a high level on Sunday and Monday.
If there's one key for the women this weekend, what would you say it is?
I think the women have to go in, like I said, if we can take care of the events we're supposed to do well at and capitalize in some places we're not. I think if we can sprint well, then that gives us an opportunity. And our women's distance program is so young, but they're talented. So if they can go in and race up this weekend and be able to spread some things around, there's just not a lot of parity in the women's distances right now. So we've just got to have some people help us out, and we race to our ability.